Good morning, students, and welcome to all of you in online classes. Dear students, I have taught you 5 chapters in your Flamingo book and 3 poems in the same book. I have also taught you 3 chapters in your Vistas book, and I have also taught you notice writing, note making. Dear students, today I am going to teach you one of the important short composition of your writing portion, and that is invitation. Dear students, from invitation short composition 4 marks question will come in your exam. You have to know about the format, content and expression. So 1 mark for the format, 2 marks for the content and 1 mark for the expression. So this invitation is very important, or this invitation is written to invite the authorities, to the people, to our relatives, to our well-wishers. Invitation can be defined as a written request for a person's presence at an event. They are usually distributed, means invitations are usually distributed on the occasion of marriages, birthday parties, marriage anniversaries, and in workshops, and in especially in schools. For different occasions, invitations are distributed. For example, annual function, sports day, or foundation day. So finally you may say that invitations are very important writing skill, or everybody should know how to write invitations, because this particular writing skill is very important, or your way of writing influences the person to whom you are inviting. There are different ways of writing invitations, but children, I want to tell you that invitations can be categorized in 2 categories. One, formal invitation, and second, informal invitations. Formal invitation, in that invitations are written by different institutions, different companies, for opening of any workshop, for opening of any organization, for different purposes. These formal invitations are written, or informal invitations are written to invite our friends, to invite our relatives, to invite our old acquaintances. For this purpose, informal invitations are written. First of all, I want to tell you the characteristics are the techniques which are required to write a formal invitations. Dear students, when you are going to write formal invitation, the first thing you have to keep in your mind, the formal invitation is written in third person. The first important point. Second, while making sentences, you have to use simple present tense, not any other tense. In formal invitation, mainly you have to use simple present tense. Third one, there is no signature. Or fourth one, RSVP is written at the bottom on the left hand. RSVP means please reply. There is a tradition that whenever you are inviting someone, so there at the bottom you must write RSVP. Means the person must reply whether he will come to attend that function, that occasion or not. And next, each detail should be written in a separate line. You should not write like paragraph. In a separate line. Suppose the authority, the institution which are going to invite, that the guest, chief guest who are coming in that function. Second point, and the place where the function will be organized. All these things will be written in a separate line. So here is written, each detail should be written in a separate line. Like name of the sender, designation, reason of invitation, for what purpose he is inviting the people or anyone or any officer, any public representative. With that, dear children, you have to write time also, date also, and venue also where the function is going to be organized. All these things you have to keep in your mind while preparing, while drafting, while writing formal invitations. Or when you are going to prepare informal invitation, so first thing you have to keep in your mind, it is written in first person, not in third person. And second, in informal invitation, different tenses can be used. There in formal invitation only simple present, or here in informal invitation different tenses can be used according to the requirement, according to the situation. Or this informal invitation includes many things. Number one, sender's address, who is writing the invitation, who is inviting. His or her address should be written at the top in detail. Salutation, in there dear with name, dear Ramesh, dear Mahesh, like that. Or complimentary clause, yours sincerely, yours faithfully, like that. Or with that, dear children, the body of informal letter should be very short. It should not be very long. It should not be like a formal letter. Simply you have to give the information what function is going to organize, when it is going to organize, or where it is going to organize. And one more thing you have to keep in your mind, the writer's address is given, but receiver's address is not given. Means you have to write only the sender's address, not the receiver's address. So these points you have to keep in your mind while preparing, while making, while drafting an invitation, either it is formal one or it is informal one. I am going to give you some sample invitation, and I hope with that you will be able to understand